training, and after that getting good knowledge on concepts, and after that preparing your resume, and after that putting your resume in market, and after that you want to attend interviews. So now you are putting that plan into action. So you are taking the first step, that is you are taking the training. So after completion of training, you will study for couple of days. You will get a good knowledge on this concept by uh, reviewing all whatever I have said. Okay, after that you will be preparing your resume. In this way you are putting your plan into action. It is nothing but a model. Okay, so in the same way, so last class we have learned about SDLC, that is software development life cycle. So keeping this life cycle in different ways is nothing but method. So here we are going to study about 4 types. So first one is sequential methodology, which is also known as waterfall model, and second one is iterative methodology, which is also known as RUP. RUP stands for rational unified processing. And third one is evolutionary methodology, which is also known as spiral model or prototype model. And fourth one is agile methodology, which is known as shift model. In this we are going to study about Scrum and XP. Okay, so these are the 4 methods and models that we are going to see in our that is whatever the modules I am taking. Okay, so I will be explaining about each and every method in detail. So first we will see with sequential methodology or waterfall model. Okay, now what is waterfall model or sequential methodology? So sequential methodology is nothing but it's a very traditional and rigid method, but it means it is very old model, where in this model we can't make any changes to the requirements. So this method does not address or does not allow to make any requirement changes. And in this method we are not going to take any risk. Suppose if you feel that the project is having some kind of risk, then we are not going to develop that project in sequential methodology. Okay, so generally sequential methodology we are going to use for small scale projects and prototype development projects where the requirements are completely fixed and clearly understood. That means for small scale projects where the client will be giving the complete requirements, he will explain each and every requirement, and he will finalize saying that these are the only requirements you are going to have in our project and there won't be any further requirements. Okay, that is nothing but where the requirements are completely fixed and clearly understood, and the client is going to ensure that there won't be any change request in this. So for that kind of projects we are going to use sequential methodology. Okay, and why this methodology is known as waterfall model? In the sense, if you see the flow of activities, so if you see the flow of activities, it resembles that water is falling from upwards to downwards, from top to bottom. So that's why it is known as waterfall model. And in waterfall model or sequential methodology, the development goes in a phase wise. It means we are going to develop first phase and we are going to do a review in first phase. Based on the result of the review, we will be starting second phase. If the review says that it is okay, we can go for second phase, then we will start the second phase. If there is anything negative in review, then we will think whether to continue the project or whether to stop the project. So once we start the second phase, again we are going to complete the second phase, and after second phase, again we are going to have a review. So based on that review, again we will think to go for third phase or what decision we can take. So for each and every phase, after completion of each and every phase, there will be a review taking place. So based on the result of the review, we are going to decide. Okay. So in this way, in sequential methodology, the development goes in a phase wise. Okay. So let me explain sequential methodology by taking one example. What I will do is I will take a small example. It's a small application. So I will explain you how that application will be developed in sequential methodology, in iterative methodology, and in evolutionary methodology, and in agile methodology, so that you will understand the difference between each and every methodology. Okay. So now I am taking a small project, that is ATM application system. Let us say we are developing a ATM application system for a bank. Okay. So the client is giving 5 requirements. One is login, second one is perform transaction, and third one is bill payment, and fourth one is request for checkbook, and fifth one is maintain database. Let us assume that these are the 5 requirements that are given by the client. Okay. Now client says that he wants this project to be developed in waterfall model or sequential methodology. Then we have to develop this project in sequential methodology or waterfall model. So as I said, in waterfall model, development goes in a phase wise. So what we are going to do is, first, these are the 6 phases which we have studied as that is in last class. Okay. That is analysis phase, designing phase, development phase, testing phase, implementation phase, and maintenance phase. Okay. First, what I am going to do is I will take analysis phase. So I am going to do analysis for complete ATM application system. Okay. So in my analysis, all these 5 requirements will be covered. Then after that, I will do a review. So based on the result of the review, then I will go to designing. Then I will be doing designing for entire ATM application system. That means I will be doing the designing of the screenshot, how the login page should look like, and once we enter into login, how the perform transaction page should look like, and what are the features that should available in perform transaction. And after that, I will make bill payment page. So in this way, I will do designing for entire application system. Then we are going to have a review. Then after that, I will go to development phase. So I am going to develop the code for entire ATM application system. That means I will develop the code for login, perform transaction, bill payment, request for checkbook, and maintenance. Okay. And after that, testing. So I am going to do testing for entire ATM application system. So in this way, the development goes in a phase wise. Okay. After, yeah, tell me.
So question. So only in a waterfall, like you said, in waterfall methodology, will not be doing any changes to the requirements given by the client. So that is the reason we do review for each and every phase.
Exactly.
Okay. So what if we have requirements, then we'll go back to client and tell them the same thing.
So basically, we will be in a understanding that there won't be any change request.
Okay.
But in case if there are any unrealistic problems, that means if there are problems which we did not expect, then there will be a separate process called as change management system. So if you have my course content, that is our module number 12.
Okay.
Okay. So at that point of time, I will be explaining you how to go with change management process. Okay, so this is how the development goes in waterfall model, and there are some advantages and disadvantages with sequential methodology or waterfall model. Okay, so the first advantage is this methodology is very simple and clear. Okay, so everything will be defined, every requirement will be defined in a clear manner without any confusion. And second advantage is easy to manage, as each and every phase will have a review. So this method is very easy to manage. And third advantage is each phase will start and end within a particular period of time. So this is one of the advantage, like each phase there will be a certain period of time. So we have to start each phase at that time and end at that time. Okay. And fourth one is this methodology is used for small scale projects only. Okay. So these are some of the advantages with sequential methodology. And when it comes to disadvantages, so the first disadvantage is making changes in the requirement will kill SDLC life cycle. So suppose if you try to make any changes in the requirements, then it is going to kill the SDLC life cycle. Okay. And second disadvantage is we can't expect a workable product. That means during the SDLC process, we can't expect any workable product. Okay. And third one is there are chances of a risk. So even though we will say that waterfall model is a risk free, but as requirements are completely fixed at the beginning of the project, there may be some chances of risk. Okay. And final disadvantage is this methodology is not suitable for medium and large scale projects. Okay. So these are some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages for waterfall model or sequential methodology. Is it clear for waterfall model?
Yeah, Nikki, the first disadvantage you mentioned, SDLC life cycle. So what does it mean exactly?
That means so you were not you did not attended the last class, right?
Yeah, yeah, the Friday. See, yesterday we did not have any class, right?
Yeah,
The
yesterday.
last class was on Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So on Friday,
Okay, I
I
missed one
explained.
class.
Yeah, on Friday I
And
explained module number 2.
okay.
I guess your consultancy people forwarded you the recording video.
No, 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 that's what. I asked them, I have mailed them also, but they haven't yet sent me the recorded classes. I
Yeah,
mean, class, the
that,
Friday one. I'll
that, that
just go through it. Any doubt if I have, then I can ask you once I
yeah.
get it.
That's the reason I asked you for your mail ID and mobile
Mm-hmm.
number. Why? Because I will be keeping a message before 10 minutes starting the class so that you can make yourself prepared and you can make yourself readily available for the class.
Yeah. I can mail you, like, I can send you in the chat window, right? Right now.
Yeah,
After the
yeah,
class, I'll.
you can send me, no problem. And okay, so SDLC is nothing but we are having 6 phases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is first one is enterprise analysis phase, second one is designing phase, third one is development phase, fourth one is
Implementation.
testing phase, fifth one is implementation, and final one is maintenance.
Okay.
Okay, so the first disadvantage what I said is like making changes in the requirement will kill the SDLC life cycle. So as I said, as per the sequential methodology condition, we are not going to accept any change requirements. So if we make any change requirements, it is going to kill the SDLC life cycle. It means that we are not going to go forward in our SDLC life cycle. Why? Because we have planned this SDLC life cycle as per the requirements that are already given by the client. Now, if you make any changes, there may be chances that this project may get